you don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl V. If this is your first time here, I make self-care, hair care, and beauty content. If that is something that you're interested in, you should totally subscribe to my channel. So today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking all things hair care, and I'm gonna share with you guys some reasons why your hair still isn't growing. If this is something that you're interested in, please stay tuned to the video. Okay, so here's why your hair is not growing. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it and go with reason number one. You didn't develop a hair care routine. You didn't study your hair, you didn't develop a hair care routine that works well for your specific hair type. So that is gonna be the main reason your hair isn't growing, is because you don't know what you're doing. And that's okay. Here is why I made this video, so you can take control of your hair growth this year. So you don't know what you're doing, and that is the number one reason why your hair is not growing. Reason number two, and this is gonna be kind of controversial. There's so many opinions on this, but you skip trims or you over trim. Now, when it comes to trimming your hair, I say go for every 6 months. So twice out of the year, you should be making sure that you're getting at least a trim or a light dust of your ends, just to make sure that you don't have any split ends and that they're not gonna travel up your shaft and cause even more breakage for you. But you don't want to over trim your hair either. So trimming your hair every 2 weeks, every month, that is totally unnecessary. You're literally defeating the purpose of trying to grow your hair, because you're cutting it off every chance it grows. So cut it out. If you're cutting your hair every week, every 2 weeks, every month, please stop cutting your hair. There's always gonna be some form of split ends on your hair, so trying to clean it all off is gonna leave you bald, okay? So develop a suitable trimming routine. So I would recommend every 6 months. That's what I try to do with my hair. Give it a trim every 6 months. But of course, you would have to pay attention to your hair and give it what it's asking for. But there is no need for you to have to cut your hair every 2 weeks, every month. That is totally unnecessary, and it is hindering your growth. Another likely reason your hair isn't growing, and that is because you're not deep conditioning enough or long enough. Deep conditioning is key to having healthy hair, in my opinion. So what that means is you would want to deep condition your hair every time you wash. So if you wash your hair every week, you want to make sure you're deep conditioning your hair every week for at least 30 minutes to an hour. The longer you leave a deep condition in my opinion, the better it will work in your hair. Sometimes I leave it overnight, but overnight is a bit much. It's a bit much in my opinion. It's excessive. You don't have to do overnight, but the longer you deep condition, the better. So 30 minutes to an hour, and your hair is going to be extremely soft and manageable depending on your hair type and what type of deep conditioner you use. Some great deep conditioners that I recommend is the TGIN Honey Miracle Hair Mask. That is an absolute amazing deep condition that can be used on any hair type, especially low porosity. I do have low porosity hair, and that deep conditioner works wonders for me. So up your deep condition time, and that is going to help with nursing your hair back to health in whatever state that it's in. Another reason your hair is not growing, and this one is crucial, your diet. Your diet plays such a significant role in your hair growth journey. So if you have a poor diet, chances are your hair does not have the proper environment to thrive in. So if you have poor eating habits, if you don't eat at all, if you're eating once a day, you don't drink water, you don't eat fruits, you don't eat vegetables, sis, come on now. There's no way, there's no way that your hair can thrive in that type of environment. So up your water intake, up your fruit intake, vegetable intake. Just try to change your whole diet, not necessarily just for hair growth, but changing your diet in general is gonna have a lot of amazing health benefits. Hair, skin, and nails goes hand in hand. So once your diet is on point, all of that is going to rebalance, and you're gonna notice significant growth in your hair. Your skin is gonna be glowy, and your nails are gonna be even more longer. So make sure you guys are paying attention to your diet, because our skin and our nails and our hair is a telltale sign when something is wrong on the inside. So if you treat the inside first, everything is going to flourish on the outside. Another reason that your hair is not growing, and that is because your scalp is not clean. So basically that means you have product buildup and you're not cleansing it well enough. So I would recommend using a clarifying shampoo every time that you do washes. Not every time, but try to clarify your scalp as often as possible, because with natural hair, product buildup is so easy to get because you're applying butters, creams, oils, and then you're putting gel on that. Because I have my hair in a ponytail, so when I wash this out, I would have to make sure that I'm clarifying my hair and my scalp so that my roots have a better chance at growing. Once product buildup is on your scalp, it's very hard for your hair to grow through that. So clarifying your scalp is gonna be your best option to make sure your hair is always clean, your scalp is always clean, and that you're giving yourself the proper environment to foster hair growth. A next reason your hair may not be growing, and I have suffered greatly with this, and this is excessive heat use. If you are new here, I am a straight natural, so basically I heat train my hair and I wear my hair straight more oftentimes than I do it in a curly style. So excessive heat use is gonna be your worst enemy. Whether you're a straight natural or not, using excess heat on your hair is gonna break your hair off, because it's gonna get thin at the ends, and then it's gonna cause split ends, and it's gonna cause breakage. So using heat excessively is never gonna be a good option for you. I would opt for every 6 months with using heat. 2 times out of the year is the only time I like to use heat on my hair, when I do my silk press. Last year, however, I did do about 4 or 5 silk presses, and that had my hair, it really ruined my hair. I have basically no curl pattern at the ends of my hair, so I'm in the process of just trying to grow that out. But with excessive heat use, you should be expecting some damage if you're not taking caution with using heat. So when you use heat, be sure that you're using a heat protectant. Be sure that your hair is clarified well enough to withstand all of this heat that you're putting on it. Because once you start using heat, it becomes so addictive. So the best bet is just cut it out completely and wear protective styles as much as possible to avoid having to straighten your hair as often. The next reason your hair is not growing, you're using too much manipulation. So that means you're changing your hairstyle every 2 weeks. Your hair isn't having a chance to grow out of a style. You're using tight styles. You're forcing your hair into tight styles. It's just not going to be an environment where hair is gonna grow in, because like I said, your hair doesn't have enough time to rest. Your hair doesn't have enough time to grow out of a style. It doesn't have enough time to do anything before you go ahead and change it. If you're interested in hair growth, low manipulation is going to be your best friend. The less you touch your hair, the better for you when you are natural and you're trying to grow your hair out. So put the comb down, put the brush down, and leave your hair alone, sis. Now is the time that you would want to go and try out wig season or braid season. Keeping your hair up for as long as possible is really what is going to help you with growing your hair, in my opinion. Another reason your hair may not be growing, and that is because you're not using the appropriate products for your hair type. So 1, you don't know your hair type, you don't know your hair porosity, so it's impossible for you to use the right products for your specific hair type. So I would recommend finding out your hair type and your hair porosity so that you can use products that are catered to that specific hair type. So basically, I am low porosity and I'm type 4, so I would have to use products that cater to low porosity type 4 hair, if you catch what I'm trying to say. So if you're a high porosity type 3 hair, you're gonna have to use products geared toward type 3 high porosity hair. And when you incorporate those products, I'm telling you, you're gonna notice a difference in your hair, because you're using products that is designed to treat or designed to work for your specific hair type. With type 4 hair, I feel like we can get away with using a lot more variety of products, in my opinion. So with type 4, it's more so important to know your hair porosity more so than your hair type. I'm type 4 as well, and I noticed that I do have a whole bunch of different hair textures in my head. So finding out your porosity is going to be more important than knowing the specific hair type, because there are so many different hair types, and I personally don't really buy into the hair typing system, but your porosity is very important, and you have to know that in order to develop a good hair care routine. And the last reason, in my opinion, why I feel like your hair may not be growing, and that is your climate or your environment. And basically, in my opinion and my experience, I've noticed that my hair thrives more in different climates and different environments. When I lived back home, back in high school, it was impossible for me to reach past my shoulders, and that is because we had hard water in that area, and basically hard water is a no-go for natural hair. Well, it was a no-go for my hair. Everybody's hair is different. So you should be testing your water to see if you have hard or soft water. Normal water is gonna be ideal for your hair type, but I feel like hard water just made my hair so hard. It was just unmanageable. It was straw-like, and my hair did not like it at all. But when I moved to a different island, my hair thrived and started to grow more because the water was different, the environment was different, and my hair liked that more than the hard water. So find out the water in your area. If you're having issues with your hair growth, or if you notice your hair is extremely hard no matter what you're doing, it could be down to your environment and your climate. Also, climate plays a role if you're in super cold countries or super hot countries, because I've noticed when my daughter moved to the UK with me, her hair does not like the cold at all, whereas my hair thrives in the cold. So it all depends on your specific hair and what your hair likes and doesn't like. So it would be best to figure out what environment suits your hair best and work around your hair regardless of the environment. So if you have hard water in your area, you would just have to pay close attention and do extra steps to ensure that you're getting a good wash day regardless of the environment that you're in. But knowing your climate, knowing your environment, knowing what type of environment your hair likes and doesn't like is going to be a godsend for you when it comes to growing your natural hair. Okay, and that wraps up my tips or my reasons on why your hair may not be growing. If you implement these steps, I'm telling you, you should notice a difference in your hair care journey. I really do hope that this video was helpful. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Also, subscribe to my channel if you're interested in videos like this. Don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.